Now, Fitch Ratings has affirmed Nigeria's long-term foreign currency issuer default outlook at B with a stable outlook. It said at the weekend that the country's major strengths are a large economy, a developed and liquid domestic debt market, and large oil and gas reserves. The rating agency, however, noted that the rating was constrained by weak governance, structurally very low non-oil revenue, high hydrocarbon dependence, security challenges, high inflation, low net foreign exchange reserves, and ongoing weakness in the exchange rate framework. It observed that Tinubu's cabinet is supportive of reform, which had contributed to the reform of the exchange rate framework much more quickly than it anticipated. Fitch added that foreign exchange shortages have continued to weigh on economic activities and further FX liberalization and deter foreign capital. This again in October lifted the ban on providing FX for imports of 43 items and began this week to clear nearly $6.7 billion of unmet FX forwards. And a former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Lamido Sanusi, has advised the incumbent governor of the Apex Bank, Olayemi Kadoso, to adopt strategic measures that will drive down the rate of inflation in the country. In a statement on Sunday, the former Emir of Kano gave this advice last week in Abuja when he led the Impact Investing Community team to the CBN headquarters. Inflation has continued to accelerate in recent months and is currently at 26.72% as of September 2023. Now, Sanusi urged the new leadership at the CBN to work persistently to drive down the inflation rate, hardening that it was negatively affecting individual wealth. He also acknowledged the importance of long-term planning by the CBN in achieving its goals. And away from that, operators in the nation's manufacturing sector saw their combined debt to Nigerian banks rise from 5.56 trillion naira in January 2023 to 6.98 trillion naira in June 2023. Now, this is according to the Central Bank of Nigeria's sectorial analysis of deposit money banks' credit, just as it noted that they borrowed the sum of 1.42 trillion naira between January 2023 and June 2023. Now, this implies that bank credits to the sector increased by 52.08% in 1 year from 4.53 trillion naira as of June 2022 to 6.98 trillion naira as of June this year, as the sector received the largest share of the credit from banks during the review period. Monthly analysis of lending showed that 5.56 trillion naira was borrowed in January, 5.57 trillion naira in February, 5.65 trillion naira in March, 5.81 trillion naira in April, 5.70 trillion naira in May, and 6.98 trillion naira in June. Now, with the increase in debt, stakeholders in the manufacturing sector have maintained that the current double-digit lending rate is unfavorable, as it has a direct impact on the cost of production and the competitiveness of the sector. And the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ainekin Lopobiri, stated that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited was responsible for the timely renovation of state-owned refineries. Lopobiri disclosed this at the weekend while responding to questions from State House correspondents following a 3-day cabinet retreat at the State House Conference Center, Abuja. Now, we outlined the essential role of NNPCL in overhauling 3 significant refineries, a project pivotal for curtailing fuel scarcity and shifting reliance on natural gas. Despite investing $25 billion on fixing the refineries in the past 10 years, the facilities still function below 30% of their potential output, a report by the 9th National Assembly shows. The reports called for a forensic audit of those efforts and recommended rehabilitating the Warri and Port Harcourt refineries, while also recommending audits on the Kaduna refinery.